Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly find your top category and reveal all the subcategories that you will want to look through to find the perfect category for your book. I'm going to point out how to analyze the different book designs, what specifically to look for, how to choose an easy design to use as a template, and I'm going to point out one or two more complicated designs that you should stay away from. By learning about 10 techniques or less in GIMP graphics program, you can create just about any of the book covers we'll be going over today. By the end of the video, you'll be moments away from finding a template to use to start your own book cover. So let's get started. Okay, I'm at the home page of Amazon.com. And right now we're going to take a look at how to find your place on Amazon, what category and genre you're going to put your book in once it's done. So at the home page, I'm going to click on the drop down here where it says All. And I'm going to click on Bestsellers. This is going to bring up the big list here of choices. So let's click on Books. Okay, and this brings up all of the different top categories. So let's click into Mystery, Thriller, Suspense. Okay, now this is the top category. It says bestsellers in mystery, thriller, and suspense, and these are the bestsellers. Now, underneath this top category, there's three innocent-looking categories, subcategories: mystery, and thriller and suspense. So you would think, oh, well, I need to be in this one here. No, that's not how it works. So I've opened these in different tabs. So let me just make sure I have them all here. Okay, so this is the first one. And underneath this mystery category are all these other subcategories. And all of these subcategories are similar because they're all mysteries, but they're all different because they all have, their police procedurals versus private investigators versus traditional detectives. And so now the readers go into these niche categories and they have certain expectations of what they're looking for when they come looking for their next book. And it's important as the author that you get your book into the right category. So this is one subcategory list. Then this is the second one. Now this one, I'm not quite sure if I would put a fiction book in here, but they do have romance and they do have mystery, so I guess it is a choice. But this one over here is more for thrillers and suspense. And again, there's all of these subgenres here. So once you find your category, and let's go back here, I'm writing right now a police procedural. So let's click on that one. Okay. So anytime you come into a subcategory, the first thing you need to do is begin to notice how the style and the colors, how similar they are. Because the publishing houses, as well as the individual authors, they tend to want their books to look similar to, but different from, the other books in this small niche where the books are being sold, if I could put it that way. So if you look here, you'll see that a lot of the fonts are very similar. A lot of the color choices are very similar. Look at the blues in these four books here. Very, very similar. Also mixing the blue and the orange, another very popular choice. Okay, and the next thing you want to do is you want to start looking through all of these pages, because they go on, and find books that you really like, the book covers that pop out at you. And what you're going to want is one or two templates. You're going to want one or two book covers that you believe will work with your book. So if you have a book that has, 8 words in its title, then choosing this one, The Bones, that might not work, because you're going to want something that's more similar to what you have in mind. But anyway, it's not hard. You'll find one that you like. And once you do, just save it somewhere on your computer. Now, one other thing I want to go over um, about looking at these book covers is you want to find a design that, with a little bit of training in a graphics program, you can recreate as a new author. Okay. So this one here, The Bones, this is easy enough. It's a silhouette against a very dark background with a little pop of light in it. That's easy enough to recreate. Something like this, you have a picture of, it looks like a woman who's floating here, and a cityscape in the background. Also, easy enough to recreate. Same thing here. You have a farm scene or a barn or something, and then you have, it blends off into a dark sky. Another easy one to recreate. Same thing here. Now, I'm trying to find one that's a little bit too much for a beginner. Now, this one here. This one looks like it has multiple layers. You've got the dogs, you've got the woman, you've got mountains in the back, you've got a sky. The font is the text is see-through. That one is a little bit too complicated for a beginner. Okay. Let's see if this one here, I'm not quite sure what's going on in this picture. It looks like it could be a window here. Then you would get into the area of lighting, like what's on the opposite side of the window. This one would be a little bit too sophisticated for a beginner, so I wouldn't choose something like that. But any of these pictures that has like a foreground that leads into, a midground, and then it goes up into a dramatic sky, those are pretty easy to recreate. And of course, you're going to be recreating it around your choice of font, your choice of colors, and your name and your book title. So don't worry about it looking exactly like the one that you choose, because the picture alone is going to make it look completely different. So that's what you want to do in the beginning, is just find your genre and then find one or two easy enough templates that you know you can recreate. And then from there, we'll go into how it's done in other videos.